هذا أستاذ.
كيفك كريست؟
جود، أنت كيفك؟
جود.
هذا أستاذ.
How are you? Where is
Good,
Haika?
you?
Good. Where is Haika's? Okay, let's start. In an oriented plane, given a rectangle A, B, C, D, with AB is equal 4, angle ABAC is pi over 6, this is 30 degrees. So we have a rectangle ABCD, AB4, ABAC is pi over 6. Let E be the symmetric of A with respect to D. Denote by S a direct plane similitude, S, a direct plane similitude that transforms A onto B وE onto O. How to calculate first part? How to verify that the ratio is equal to half? Verify that the ratio is equal to half. How to calculate the ratio? How to calculate K يا شباب؟
OB equal KEA.
Okay. BO or OB, yes. OB equal KAE. Then K equal OB over AE. How to calculate OB? How to calculate AE?
مرحبا أستاذ.
أهلا
وين
هايكرز.
وصلنا؟
قاعدة بأول بارت هايكرز. يلا draw the figure. A, B, C, D is a direct square with AB4 with angle ABAC 30. So draw a square, a rectangle ABCD with AB4, ABAC 30. The point of intersection center is O. Will E is the symmetric of A with respect to D.
أستاذ
Yes.
قدام ال 30 كان بيصير hypotenuse radical 3/2 أو
Hypotenuse over 2.
قدام ال 60 hypotenuse radical 3/2.
Yes. Okay. Because it is given part 1, we need to calculate the ratio of the similitude that transforms A onto B, E onto A, E onto O. So OB equal KAE, K equal OB over AE. How much is OB over AE? Come on. What is the nature of triangle OBC? What is the nature of triangle
equilateral.
equilateral? لأنه OB equal OC. OB equal OC. وقديش الانجل C? How much this angle? Triangle ABC هذه 30 هذه 60. Yes. So equilateral, instead of OB I can put BC.
يعني AE equals to 2OB.
Now AE is what? 2AD. Equal BC. AD is BC. Equal half. Now to verify K equal half, I can say BO equal half equal KAE. K equal BO over AE. OBC is an equilateral triangle. OBC is equilateral. So instead of OB, I can put BC. So OBC is equilateral triangle, then BO equal BC. AE equal to AD is equal to BC. Then K equal BO over AE equal BC over 2BC equals half. Any questions about the ratio? Shabab, any questions about K equal half?
Oh no.
No, Baron.
Yes.
Yeah, to calculate the angle is AEBO. الانجل is AEBO. So نطلع الفيجر AEBO. AEBO. Instead of AE, which vector have the same direction and sense as AE? AEBO. What I can put instead of AE? I can put BC vectors. AE vector and BC vector have the same sense and direction. So the angle is AEBO. Instead of AE, I can put BC. BCBO, which is pi over 3. Part 2. Determine the image of D by S. Who can tell what's the image of D by S? What point
By
or which
S,
point
S.
is which one? What is D in this figure?
Midpoint of
D is the
AE.
midpoint. D is the midpoint of AE. Similitude conserves midpoint. So S of D is the image, is the midpoint of S of AE. What is S of AE? S of AE, E الإيمج له O والA image له B. And what will be the image of the midpoint of AE? Is the midpoint of mean S of D, the image of S is the midpoint of which segment?
OB.
OB. Good. So D is the midpoint of AE. S of D is the midpoint of S of AE. S of D, I call it D prime, is the midpoint of BO. Show that C is the center of S. How to show C is the center? What is the image of the center?
ناخد E to O أو A to B ومنحط B to C. إذا بيطلع ال K equal يعني center.
What is the nature في أعمله بطريقتين two methods. أول method what is the nature of triangle EAC?
isosceles.
Is equilateral.
yes, في
60. EAC is equilateral. Then the image of the equilateral triangle is an equilateral triangle. EAC, what is the EAC is equilateral. Its image is an equilateral triangle. EAC is OB, which is what is the equilateral triangle? EAC بيطلع OB
C.
C. Then S of C equals C, and C is the center. راح أعمله ب two methods. First method. So we are going to verify that C is the center. Method 1. AEC is an equilateral triangle. S of AEC is a direct equilateral triangle. Similitude conserves figures. So S of AEC, S of EAC is OBC. Therefore, S of C equals C. Then C is the center. Method 2 مثل ما كان عم يقول توماس we have A onto B و C onto C. لتكون هيدي true لازم يكون BC equal half AC والانجل ACBC should be pi over 3. For C to be the center, يعني image of C equals C, I take A to onto B. Is BC equal half AC? Is BC equal half AC? طلعوا هون. نحن معنا BC equal OC since it is equilateral. So BC over AC equal BC على 2OC equal BC over 2BC equal half. الانجل ACBC, instead of BC I can put AD equal ACAD is pi over 3. So the image of C is C, then C is the center. The method you like, you can choose. Let I be a point on the segment EO distinct from E and O. I is a point on the segment OE. I put I, any point on EO. Gamma is the circle. Gamma is the circle of center I and passing through A. Is a circle of center I and passing through A. I draw the circle of center I and passing through A. Passing through I and of center A. This circle cuts AD and AB at M and P. This circle cuts AD and AB. This circle cuts AD, MP, and AD at M. This circle cuts AB at P and AD at M. Draw the figure and plot M and P. Part B, justify why C belongs to gamma. How to prove C belongs to gamma, to the circle? يلا شباب, how to prove that C belongs to the circle?
says عندي C طلع outside the circle.
اوكي, بكون فيجر مش اخذين الانجل هيك, وانا طلعت معي outside the circle لانه بكون مش اخذينها 30. هذه مش اخذينها 30 degrees exactly. لو اخذينها 30 كانت بتطلع على السيركل. Why C belongs to the circle? How to prove a point is on the circle? How to prove a point is on the circle?
IC equals to IP.
IC equal IA. How to prove IC equal IA? لأنه ال IA هو radius. Why IC equal IA? Triangle ABC, triangle ACE is equilateral. EAC is equilateral. EP is the perpendicular bisector of AC. Is the perpendicular bisector of AC. Then IA equal IC, then I belongs to the circle. Why it is a perpendicular bisector? So this line is the perpendicular bisector, then it belongs to the circle. So OE is the perpendicular bisector. OE is the perpendicular bisector of AC. Then IC equal IA, property of the perpendicular bisector. Then I belongs to the circle.
There's ليش perpendicular bisector?
أول شيء ال EAC equilateral. O is the midpoint of AC. صار ال EO median. والميديان بالايكويلاترال بيكون perpendicular bisector وهايت وميديان. So EO is the perpendicular bisector of AC, then IA equal IC. So I belongs to the circle. عفوا, C belongs to the circle. هاي not I, هاي بنقول here C. C belongs to gamma. For A, let N be the orthogonal projection of C on MP. N is the orthogonal projection of C N is the orthogonal projection of C on MP. N is the orthogonal projection of C on NP. MP. 90 degrees. It's required to show MP MC equal pi over 6. It's required to show MP MC equal pi over 6. MP MC. Why this angle is pi over 6? Who can tell why this angle is pi over 6? Okay, from grade 8, the angle MPMC is angle inscribed equal half arc PC. وهاي الانجل it is equal angle inscribed بتساوي half arc CP. So this angle equal that angle. This angle equal half arc CP. This angle equal half arc CP. Then this angle equal that angle equal pi over 6. So MPMC equal AP. Yes? You took in grade 8. You took in grade 8. For example, if we have the angle ACB, this angle intercepts the arc AB. If we take another angle, إذا هيدا إذا أخذنا هيدا D, ACB equal ADB, or this angle equal that angle, they intercept the same arc. They are opposite to the same arc, which is DB. Here, this angle opposite to the arc CP. With this angle equal opposite to the arc CP, then these two angles are equal. Equal pi over 6. Part B. Deduce that S of M equal N. How to deduce that S of M equal N? What we have to prove in order to prove S of M equal N? I will take it with C, C onto C, M onto N. لازم تكون الانجل CMCN، الانجل CMCN، CN. هذا التريانجل is right. هذه pi over 6. This angle is pi over 3. in triangle CMN الM 90 الM 30 CN is pi over 6. How to prove CN equal half CM? You know that in a semi-equilateral triangle, Cn equal half Cm. Cn equal half Cm in a semi-equilateral triangle. So the image of M is N. So S of M equal N. To prove M, the image of M is N, I take CUC M2 with M. We have the angle CN equal pi over 3. And we have Cn equal half Cm because semi-equilateral triangle, Cn equal half Cm. So S of M equals N. Prove that B and dP are collinear. Prove that B and dP are collinear. So we are going to prove B and dP, B and D are collinear. B and D. Why B and D are collinear? We can say M belongs to AE. M belongs to AE. M belongs to AE. So S of M belongs to S of AE. S of M is N, belongs to BO. But BO is the same as BD. BO is BD. So N, B, and D are collinear. The last part, 6. The plane is referred to a direct orthonormal system. The plane is referred to a direct orthonormal system AUV with U equal 1 over 4 AB. U equal 1 over 4 of AB. Determine the affixes of the points B and C. How to determine the affixes of B and C? Since U equal 1 over 4 AB, what is the affix of B? How many units? How many units? How? 4. So ZB equal 4. Now, how to calculate the affix of C? We know that point C has an abscissa 4. We need to calculate the ordinates, so I have to find the length of BC. How to determine the length of BC? We can use the property of semi-equilateral triangle.
Triangle ABC.
Or I can use tangent 30. Tangent 30 equal hypotenuse equal tangent 30 equal opposite over adjacent. Or I can say use the property of semi-equilateral triangle. So ZB is 4. Tangent BAC equal BC over AB. Tangent 30 equal BC over 4. Tangent 30 is radical 3 over 3 equal BC over 4. So BC equal 4 radical 3. Then ZC equal 4 plus 4 radical 3 over 3i. The last part, give the complex form of S. كيف يكون complex form? The complex form
AZ plus B.
Z prime equal A Z plus B. What is A? A equal KEI alpha. The K half EI pi over 3 equal half cosine pi over 3 plus I sine pi over 3 equal half plus I radical 3 over 2 equal 1 over 4.
استاذ هيدا هون الفا اي واحد كنا بناخد
الانجل اللي طلع معنا باول بارت، الانجل لقينا الانجل هو هير باي اوفر 3 شفتها اول بارت الالفا. So Z prime equal 1 over 4 plus I radical 3 over 4Z plus B. To find B, I can say S of A equal B. S of A equal B. So ZB equal 1 over 4, I radical 3 over 4, ZA plus B. ZB is 4, ZA is 0. So B equal 4. So Z prime equals 1 over 4 plus I radical 3 over 4Z plus 4. Okay, this is all about this exercise. We'll continue on Wednesday. We'll continue on Wednesday. حدا عنده شي question؟ حدا عنده شي؟ Thomas, did you write?
No.
You didn't
Yeah.
write? I will send
كتبت.
it. I will send it. You have
Okay.
written?
Okay.
يلا see
ايه
you.
كاتب.
Okay.
يلا باي.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Ikaz, did you finish writing?
Yes.
Bye bye.
Yalla, bye bye.
Bye bye.